The Whitby Steelhawks got their first win of the season last night here at Children's Arena in Oshawa. We'll see if that gets them rolling for the weekend and another win over the Paris Riverwolves, or if their tired legs are no match for the Riverwolves coming into the arena today. This is Arenalacrosseleague action here on JVI Sports Network. We are underway with the Steelhawks and Riverwolves. Paris will get first possession after the face-off violation. They are going right to left, wearing the blue with the red shoulder caps. That's Dan Keane with the ball. His second goal of the season. He was excellent in his first in Peterborough, scoring 3 goals and 6 assists against the Timbermen in a game that the Riverwolves lost. Here's Captain Mark Farthing bobbling the ball. Some pressure from Drake Smith, but he managed to get ahead. And here come the Steelhawks into the offensive zone. Dan Mickle hands it off. He was hot last night. Dylan Goddard also hot last night. First star of the game. He's going to shoot right away. He is stopped by Cameron Dunkerley. Dunkerley, wearing the Saskatchewan Rush helmet and gloves, is the starter for Paris at the other end. Lucas Coote gets the call between the pipes. Paris a little short-handed today, so Nolan Clayton is actually dressing as a forward. We'll see. They were waiting to see if he could get a helmet. I think he was getting one from one of the Whitby scratches. Coote with that save bounces one ahead to Cody Hamley. Hamley is waiting to get the rest of the offense out. Game last night was 16-8 for Whitby over Oshawa. Goddard on his far side rips one. That's stopped by Dunkerley. It's fresh 30 if they can get it. Hamley goes after, Yeah, that was Hamley going after. He's battling a pair of Riverwolves, and it's an over and back as Paris hadn't touched the ball. So Zach McDonald moved it into Smith. He is immediately double-teamed by Rowan Kelly and Nicholas Webb. Webb comes out to him now as the ball goes to the far side. Bounces loose. Snagged there, though. Oh, what a finish by Eddie Renault. Grabs the ball in traffic, slips away from the pair of defenders who didn't take away to the lane to the net, and just tucks into the far corner. 1-0, 1:44 into the opening quarter. James Houston out to take this draw for Whitby. Adam Peroni not here today. He is usually taking a lot of the face-offs for the Steelhawks. That ball scooped up there by Curtis Hall. Runs out of some trouble, but throws the pass away, aiming for Gabriel Iazzo. And Farthing will trot near center. Hands it off there to Tyler Goodchild. Goodchild, a fairly late arrival as the weather today is frightful in the Oshawa area, the south central Ontario. A bunch of players kind of just got in last minute. 1:15 was not a pleasant place to be this afternoon. Well, this morning, actually, for me. I had to leave pretty early. Here comes Eddie Renault. Once again, the goal scorer. Watch there by Martinell. Gets past him, goes behind the net. Hits the cutter. Quick release by Connor Watson. That's stopped by Coote. Looked like he was thinking about behind the back, but makes the short pass to Clint Lewis. Martinell quickly and sharply ahead to Rowan Kelly. He tries to hit the cutter. That's a tipped away. Nice active stick by McDonald so that the pass to Trent Boyd could not connect. Boyd has it now. That shot goes wide. Snagged by Goodchild to avoid the over and back, which actually would have been a breakaway chance for Rob Stovall instead. But nice job. They do get a shot off. Goes out of play. And it will be Paris possession. We're 3 minutes in here. I'm Steven Stamp. Welcome to Arena Lacrosse League action. Great to have you with us, lacrosse friends. Yazzo runs past Chris Veltman, who then recovers his position to go pick up Hunter Agus, playing some offensive shifts here. Eddie Renault driving underneath. Coote was going to the right, but left his foot back there to knock aside that shot as Rowe went back against the grain. Here comes Veltman. Hands it off to Jack McAlpine. McAlpine left it for Goodchild, who's going to get a pick from Dan Mickle. Oh, nice defensive play by Rob King, the veteran. May have grabbed onto the stick a little bit, but nothing too egregious. Ball is picked up, but popped out. Nice forecheck by McMahon. Actually, that's Stepnichenko wearing the McMahon shirt, sorry. And the ball eventually comes down, stayed up in the rafters for a while. Rowan Kelly had to wait for it. He trots over center. He's going to stay for an offensive shift. Hard rip from the outside, goes wide. Good child in position to track it down. Kelly now is going to go and get a forward out there. It's going to be Tristan Hanna coming up high. He's lucky he's back there because it's a 2-on-1 now for Paris. Great hustle by Boyd to get back and take away that transition opportunity. Then coming way out on the defensive pressure was Nick Dachenko. The brothers playing together. Watson cuts underneath. Another save by Coote. Paris just loads of opportunities here in the first 4.5 minutes. Keene hands it down to Smith. Give and go. Oh, nice save by the shoulder of Coote. Keene was right on top of the crease. Jake Kranz had the Whitby player, that's Hanna, who'd gone back in the transition defense. Had him absolutely pinned, but Hanna gets out, gets all the way down the floor. Left it there for Dachenko. Didn't quite connect, though. Forecheck by Mickle. They will slow down the Riverwolves. That shot goes wide from the stick of Stovall. When Kranz had been down there, he'd stayed down the floor and was all alone for a while, so that forecheck by Whitby was critical in avoiding him getting the ball wide open. Here's Goodchild. Uses the pick, fights through. Pretty solid defense by Paris so far. They're on the run with Taylor Caulfield. Hands it off to Renault. Webb right out on him. Now heads back to the house as they start to pick up their regular assignments. Smith over to Keene. Back to him. Piazza with the pick. It was a little late, and Smith was already gone by the time it got there. That pass doesn't connect. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. I think he also went through the crease. The shot clock was about to expire anyway. Of course, you can't run through the crease and then either play the ball, be the first guy to receive a pass. Hamley to the far side to Dachenko. Come to Mickle. Now over to Hanna. He's going to just let it fly, stopped by Dunkerley. Hanna directing traffic, rips one across the top of the formation. Mickle quickly moves it down to Hamley. Shot from the outside from the stick of Cole Hanrahan. Missed, and here come the Riverwolves once again. Stovall taking his time, hands it off there. Keene spins off the Yazzo pick. Smith goes to the lefties, that's Renault. Oh, Smith right on top of the crease. Coote with the arm save. It's up out of play, and it'll be possession once again, Paris. The Riverwolves really coming out sharp here in the first quarter. As we mentioned, their bench a little bit short with the some travel issues and a player going to COVID protocol. You know, lots going on these days, making it a little challenging. So we'll see how they hold up as the game goes on. They certainly look lively early on. There's a rip from Miazzo, but that's well wide. It'll be over and back. It's going to roll down to Dunkerley. He just grabs it, hands it off into the corner. Goodchild gets it. Boyd tried to duck underneath. Nice defense there by... well, I was told Scott Edwards was a scratch, but that's his 24, so maybe he's here after all. We have reached the midpoint of the first quarter. Fast pace, just one goal. It's 1-0 Paris over Whitby. We'll be back with more Arenalacrosseleague action on JVI Sports Network. Well, that's Renault. Back underway. Paris with possession. Keene gives it to Yazzo. Smith right on the crease. Stepped on the line, so it wouldn't have counted anyway, but a nice save nonetheless by Coote, who's looked sharp under a lot of pressure from Paris so far. Cody Hamley. Heavy checking there from Hunter Agus all the way up near center. Slashing call coming to be the first penalty of the day. It's going to be Jake Kranz taking it as the ball is grabbed by a Whitby Paris player. And Kranz will go to the box for 2 minutes or less. We'll see the Whitby power play. Normally we would see Cam Milligan, a key figure on this man advantage for the Steelhawks, but he was signed to Panther City Lacrosse Club of the National Lacrosse League, along with Dean Farrell of All West with the Screaming Eagles. So congrats to that pair who are active on the active roster with PCLC this weekend. There's a nice save by Dunkerley. It's going to go all the way back down the floor. Coote will get there to make sure Whitby gets it. No over and back, of course, is a save. Panther City has Calgary coming in tomorrow, Sunday, February the 20th-ish. I'm pretty sure today's the 19th as we play. Keene calling for the ball. Gets it from Jonah Beam up for an offensive shift. Keene trying to fight out of the double team. James Houston all over him. He'll pass him off there to Nick Dachenko. They get the backdoor cut in an attempt. Nice stop on Watson by Lucas Coote. That shot with about 4 or 5 seconds left on the shot clock. It's pretty effective use of the 30. Here's Goodchild. Mickle trotting in front of him. Boyd to Dachenko. McAlpine setting up at the top. They go to him now. Oh, nice bounce shot. Tyler Boyd goes sidearm. Giving his best Ryan Benesh impression. Finds the far side of the net. And it's 1-1 power play goal Whitby with 5:40 to play here in the first quarter. Houston again for Whitby up against Jonah Beam. Face-off man for the Riverwolves. Beam pops it out. Can't pick it up, though, and it's snagged there. Nice job by Tristan Hanna to swoop in and take that one. Farthing thought about passing to him. Saw he was covered closely by Zach McDonald, just lurking. So it takes his time to get over center. Here come the Steelhawks again. Mickle. Hanna gets it over to Mickle eventually. He fires one right in the chest of Dunkerley. Snagged there by Stovall. Watson gives it off. Eddie Renault will see what's out there. Shot from the perimeter is their whole offensive shift there for Paris on the perimeter on that one. Might be saving their legs a little. 4:40 to go here in the first. 1-1 the score. Mick a little shake and bake. Doesn't get him anywhere, so he gives it off to McAlpine. He's able to get by Beam. Gets the shot off. It's stopped by Dunkerley coming from the offside. Dachenko. It's Steph Dachenko. Quick movement by Hanrahan. Oh, there's a rip from Mickle. Got Dunkerley dropping and drifted it over the shoulder into the top corner. 2-1, just like that. The Steelhawks, who have been kind of on their heels for parts of the early game, jump ahead with 4:16 to play here in the first. Pops out. It's Hanna again. Hanna really sharp on the ball team today. Gets it to Rowan Kelly, who's double teamed. Holds on to it. Now the ball pops loose. It's going to roll right to Dunkerley. He looks up the floor, hits Iazzo. Whippy, nice job getting guys off the floor. So their D is all set and waiting for him, and Kelly comes back to join them. Here's Keene. Watson, the fifth man. Coming late, we'll get it. 15 to shoot. Smith drops down sidearm, but Rowan Kelly blocked that one, comes up with the loose ball. Now he's stripped. Iazo gets it. Nice little play to roll that ahead to Smith. He's under pressure again immediately. Boy, this Whitby team has really picked things up. Kelly had it, then dropped the ball. Possession given to Whitby. Smith and Keene have no idea why. It was right in front of me, and I couldn't tell you either. Stavchenko to Mickle. Trying to cut underneath Keene, who's out there for some D. Pushes him behind. That's a little sweep shot by Hanna was stopped. Forecheck pressure on King. Oh, thank goodness he was past the door as the player was changing. He could have been checked right into it. That can be so dangerous, but he's along by the penalty box where he did get hit into the boards. Nice work by King to get that one out of trouble and hand it off to the O. They've only got 10 on the shot clock, though. Nice pick and roll there by Drake Smith, but the shot just wide on the far side, heads up out of play. Outlet pass taken here by Hamley. He's picked up immediately by Agus. Gets underneath, but Agus recovers. Pass up to the top. McAlpine will slow things down a little. Goes to Dachenko. Jamie McMahon out on him. Oh, what a rip from Tristan Hanna. Overhand. Dunkerley got a little bit of it, but it bashes on through into the back of the net. 3-1 Whitby. 2:24 to go here in the first quarter. Houston pulls that one out. Snagged there by Eddie Renault. And Parrish will go to the offense. Trying to get a look at Jonah Beam's face-off technique. Keep an eye on it. It looks interesting. It looks like he comes in very flat. Doesn't really put the stick up into position until the last second. Oh, speaking of rips, we've seen some good shots. Connor Watson just fires that one to the far side. Pick in the corner. With 2:04 to go, a second goal for Paris. It's 3-2 Whitby. Oh, now you can't watch because Jamie McMahon's going to come take it. Next time, he is up against Houston. McMahon, good clamp, rips it out. That's a really good face-off. Grabbed there by Jake Kranz. Smith. This is Iaso coming around the double screen. Can't connect with Renault, and it's snagged by Houston. He's going to head for the boards, look for some help. Gets to Clint Lewis, who gets to Kelly. He's going to rip one to the man off the bench. Boyd immediately gives it up to Farthing. It's a pretty nice forecheck break by the Steelhawks, but they're down to 15. Farthing's going to stay for an offensive shift. Farthing trying to set a big pick to open up Mickle. Mickle is pinned to the floor by Iazo as Kranz grabs it behind him. It's a 3-on-1. Kranz hits the man on top. Nice pass, nice shot, nice save, though, by Lucas Coot. And another one. Agus got his own rebound. Tried to bang that one home. Terrific play by Lucas Coot so far. Goodchild trots into the offensive zone. Hanna keeps it moving. Mickle fires, but that one was blocked there by Beam. Oh, it didn't touch him, though. It was just stick on stick through the angle off. So as it goes out of play, the Riverwolves will get possession. Nolan Clayton, by the way, wearing number 5, dressed as a runner, playing some D for Paris. I thought we might see him out there on the offense, but that was him making the pass out of the zone that last shift. That's going to be a penalty as Keene is dragged down. It's going to be Riley Martinell heading to the box for 2 or less. We've got just 21.8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Chance for Paris to tie things up as they trail 3-2. Looks like Houston and Kelly low on the penalty kill. Farthing Trying to see who the other, I think maybe Scott Edwards up at the top is the other penalty killer. And Farthing with the pass picked off. He's going to go for a run. Oh, it's Chris Veltman, the other one. Saved by Dunkerley. Looking to see if there was time to do anything before the end of the quarter. There was not. So there's 1:38 left on the penalty. It's 3-2 Whitby over Paris. We'll be back after the first quarter break. Lacrosse friends, I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arenalacrosseleague action. Beam pounces. Houston tries to rip it out. Tiazzo coming away with it, and Paris on the power play will go to the offense. Connor Watson waiting for his cohort to join him. It's Johnny Ray, number 3, down low, killing penalties for Whitby. May have arrived during that first quarter. I know he was having issues with the weather and travel. Great pass. Chris Veltman, reaching back, snagging that with one hand. Nice job, but a great outlet from Lucas Coote. Whitby content to stay out high if nobody's going to come pressure them. Agus is there, but not too much of a push from the Riverwolves. 5 left on the shot clock for Whitby. They're just going to let this one expire. Now, Hannah will try and get a reset, and he does. Yeah, that's off of Cameron Dunkerley and up out of play. So one ref down low is pointing as Paris ball. The other up high pointed Whitby ball. The low ref, adamant, actually went over and indicated where he saw it going off. That was off the post, which would have been a fresh 30, but Paris will get the ball. And 18 seconds on the shot clock, still on the man advantage. Some cycling. Iazzo goes down low to Smith. He had to double clutch. Ball grabbed there. Nice job by Chris Veltman, having a strong game on the PK. He's trailed by Dachenko, who now trots in deep. Takes the pass. Was ready to go, but Iazzo gets on him, spins and shoots. Dachenko playing possum. He was kind of casually trotting down the floor and then was ready to go. Goes all the way to Coote on the missed pass. Here comes Ray. Boyd to Steph Dachenko. Diving attempt by Mickle. He stopped, and Dunkerley looking up the floor. He's got his man, but it actually hit Scott Edwards right in the back of the head, side of the head. Whitby back into the offensive zone. Mickle circles and waits. Up to the top. Toe drag. Hard sidearm bouncer by Hanrahan. Nice job. Whitby already had, as that shot was coming, got it forward off to the bench. And Mark Farthing, the first guy, D-man off the bench, was already within the Whitby restraining line by the time Paris was coming back. Nice job by Lewis to get in the way of Eddie Renault's shot. They try to get to Keene. He's still trying to pick it up. 5 on the shot clock, so Whitby, no hurry to pick it up. Farthing thinks about it, decides he will because he's got an open lane, runs into the offensive zone, wants to push transition. Mickle's there. Hamley takes it himself, kind of whiffed on the shot, and here comes McMahon sprinting the other way, heads over center. Finds the man low. It's a bit low for Iazzo, the pass, and as he tried to pull it up, it got out of his stick and up into the mesh, out of play. Dachenko to Webb. Nicholas Webb over the restraining line. Leaves it for Hannah. Goodchild quickly to Mickle. Nice ball movement. That shot stopped. It's going to get up out of play, and that will be a fresh 30 for Whitby. And Steph Dachenko will start with it. Kelly for an offensive shift. Goodchild into space. Wide open Mickle. It's no goal. Dunkerley on top of it. And now Whitby is saying he just pulled the ball out of the net. If it's under him and over the line, it is, of course, a goal. But Dunkerley pretty crafty to kind of roll back before he got up, so it's hard to say. You couldn't see if the ball was over the line. Keane to Renault, and now on. Watson back to Keane. Behind the net, Renault looked like he was thinking dunk. Decides to go up front to Smith instead. He is flattened by a pair of hits. Clint Lewis has it bobble away from him. Misses it completely that time. And it's picked up by Keane. Nice behind the back to Smith. Hamley on him. Four righties out there for Paris. The lone lefty, Connor Watson, gives it up. Keane fires one from outside. Coot grabs it and pounces on the rebound. Looking for Lewis on the outlet. Catches it cleanly this time. Finds Dachenko. Boyd has a couple of cutters. Can't quite hit either of them. And it's scooped up there. Ball was possessed by Kranz, but he lost it, so it's going to be a fresh 30 for Whitby. Now Kranz is going to get it and has no pressure and will be able to make the outlet pass to McMahon. 5 minutes gone already here in the second quarter. No scoring. So it remains 3-2 for Whitby over Paris, as it was after 15 minutes. Watson finds Keane. Right now he's just looking like he wants to pass. He'll shoot though. Turn tails and grabbed there by Renault just inside the center line. And he'll just roll it into the corner. Shot clock expires and Whitby will come back the other way. Martinell rumbles up to center. McAlpine waiting as Whitby's just getting their fifth guy on. Hanna gets a couple of picks, not really opening anything up for him. So he goes to Mickle. Tries to feed it back to, I thought it was going to Goodchild. He wasn't really looking. It actually went straight over to Hanrahan. And Hanrahan locks his arm on the Paris player's stick, though Zach McDonald actually takes it away with him. Gets away with it, though, no call. Chris Driscoll, assistant coach for the Riverwolves, with Jamie Dubrick on the bench, is calling for that stick to come back. Referee delivers it. That bouncer, did it get off of Coot? It's up. It's going to bounce into the Whitby bench. And Gavin Prout's pointing at the other end saying, hey, what about the call you made down here? We should get that ball. Keane takes a whack. Hands it off to Renault as he stumbled. Shot well wide, and it's going to go back. That'll be an over and back. Mickle just stepping out into a shooting position with a gradual walk. That was blocked by Kranz, who's still shaking his hands. 2-on-1 the other way. Save right into the belly pad. Pretty good chance for Hunter Agassiz. He is not very happy with himself after that. Good decision, poor execution. And here comes Whitby the other way. Hanna gives it up. A diving attempt. Stopped by Dunkerley. And with 7:41 to go, looks like we're taking the officials' timeout. So it remains 3-2 for the Whitby Steelhawks. We'll be back with more all action at Children's Arena. Everybody online was asking about how to get the game back to running a 200-foot game. And it's like, this development plan, man. I like it. Dunkerley starts with the ball, lobs it ahead to Eddie Renault, and we're back underway. Heading for the second half of the second quarter. Drake Smith up to Keene. Thought sidearm, went overhand. Went wide, but comes straight out to Eddie Renault. They've got 15 to shoot. Gets away, but eludes Riley Martinell, and Gabriel Iazzo comes up with it. 8 on the shot clock. They try a pass. That doesn't connect, and Connor Watson's just going to run to the bench. And we'll get a fresh set of players out there for both teams. Chris Veltman runs into the offensive zone, looking for some help. Checked high by Caulfield. And penalty coming as Mickle was run over. It's going to come out to Tristan Hanna. Coote making his way to the bench. The coaching staff yelling to hold on, let's get the extra attacker out. 6 runners, 6 forwards out there for Whitby. 20 on the shot clock, lots of time as Boyd goes down low to Duchenko. McAlpine's got one he likes. That's off into the bench. Didn't touch the post or any of the players, so it's out of play, and we will have the penalty assessed. It's going to be Caulfield going for 2 or less. Looks like Jack McAlpine will be at the top for Whitby on the power play with Nick Duchenko and Tristan Hanna with him. The lefties are Mickle down low and Dylan Goddard at the top. Jamie McMahon and Jake Kranz at the top of the penalty kill. Jonah Beam. And just trying to see who the other defender is. You can see him right there on top of the crease. He's going down now after Hanna. I believe that's Robbie Stovall. Would make sense. Yep, it's Stovall. Saved by Dunkerley. He's got a man up the floor. Thought about it, but Farthing was coming quickly out to take away Jamie McMahon. Nice heads-up play by Whitby again. Good play by Farthing. Good play by whoever got off to let him out there and take away the transition chance. 12 on the shot clock for Paris to kill and then try and get a reset if they can. Or a goal. I'm sure they'd like a goal as well. Short-handed. Connor Watson over to Keene. He's loaded and ready. Oh, that's off the crossbar. Got up out of play. It'll be a fresh 30. What a rip by Dan Keene. Low to high. Spun down and away. Tons on that one. Renault trying to get under Veltman. Veltman recovers nicely. Tracks him behind the net. There's the cutter. Oh, it's picked off. Rowan Kelly's off to the races. Drake Smith is chasing him. Kelly sees him. Pulls up because Smith was catching him. And it's all Riverwolves coming back first. That's okay for Whitby. They'll just set up on the power play. They have 17 on the shot clock, another 38 on the penalty. Mickle taking his time, goes up to Hanrahan. Backpedaling. Rips one hard and wide. That's going to be an over and back. Hanrahan trying to get there. Won't. You got to just get in position to take away the break. Good job. Kind of slowed down and realized he needs to get ahead of that ball. He could actually have played the ball, just kind of picked it up and flicked it back in one motion. That's not a delay of game because you can play the ball. You just can't. You can't pick it up and wait and then throw it because the play will be blown down. But if you just kind of grab it and flick it, so it's a strategy. Mickle up top. Good child. Goes with a sidearm rip, gets it back on his own rebound. The penalty is over. Oh, that shot absolutely nailed Tristan Hanna behind the net. Seems okay. He's going to step out and take a hard shot off of Dunkerley and up out of play. Still 3-2 for Whitby. Well played game here. Nice pace with 4:20 to go here in the first half. That shot's wide, bounces all the way back, and actually got up out of play. Tristan Hanna is going to go and get between Zach McDonald and the net so he doesn't have a wide open lane to the net. Hanna staying for the defensive shift. Smith runs into Farthing, spins and hands it back to Keene. Eddie Renault Just a fifth player coming out now for Paris. It's Jake Kranz, who's bulls his way to the top of the crease. Tries to open some space. Drake Smith. Looking to get to Renault. He was covered closely by Kelly. Ball gets up out of play. It will be Whitby possession. They would have got it in 3 seconds anyway. Here comes Hannah. Hanrahan quickly to Jachenko. Good child sets a screen for Mickle. He makes the pass across. That shot doesn't get through from Hanrahan. It will come to Goodchild. They've got 5 to shoot. Whitby really responsible. They have already got one defender, now 2 out there. And Dan Keene coming off the bench tells Robbie Stovall to just wait. Yazzo comes out, hands to Keene. Here comes the Paris attack, 15 to shoot. Keene kind of directing traffic with his head. Doesn't work, so he's going to go to Smith, who ducks underneath. Nice shot, but Cook got just enough to stop that one. Johnny Ray thought about the pass to Mickle off the bench, but Jamie McMahon was back, taking that transition away. They get it to Goodchild, or to Goddard. And a nice toe drag, but the shot didn't get through. There's a shot by Dachenko, stopped. But it'll be a fresh 30 as McAlpine tracks down that loose ball. McAlpine, a youngster. Might just be 18 still, maybe 19. A few young guys on this Whitby team. Nicholas Webb, who we've seen a fair bit of. Just 19 years old. Square number 17, this is Tristan Hanna. Nice save again by Dunkerley. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Oh, and the pass in the front by Boyd right to the top of the crease and barely touched the stick of Cole Hanrahan before he bounced it home to double up the lead, make it 4-2 for the Whitby Steelhawks, 1:47 to play in the half. Nice job by Mickle, swooping in to grab that one, but got away from him. Houston can't quite corral it. Iazzo touched it, so it wouldn't be. Oh my, what wheels by Iazzo. Holy cow, just running away from the Steelhawks. Got the shot, took a nice save from Coot to keep it at 4-2 for Whitby. 1:45 to play. Refs just conversing. Sounds like the clock wasn't running. At least the 30 wasn't going. Paris coaching staff doesn't like that. There's nothing you can do about it. If they didn't know how long it should have been on the 30, not much you can do except start it up again. But Paris wanted them to have to start back in their own end. Didn't happen. They've still got 13 on the shot clock with Rowan Kelly looking for some help. Gets to McAlpine coming off the bench. Here's Mickle. Penalty coming to Paris. Off ball as Kelly was swacked. Looks like it's Zach McDonald going for the high sticking call. With 1:18 to go in the half. That could carry over. It is a major. So 5 for high sticking to Zach McDonald. Whitby can get 2 on it before Paris can put a player back out. Of course, he has to serve the entire 5 minutes, so he won't be out until 3.5 minutes into the third quarter. First stoppage after that will release him. Calpine rips one. That was blocked. Comes back to him, though, and Hannah winds up snagging it. 12 on the shot clock. Mickle to Hannah. Immediately hands it off, but gets it back. Mickle's got some space. Shoot, save. Comes back. Does Mickle get it? Nope. Looks like Whitby does come up with it, and they get a fresh 30. There's some potentially tired penalty killers out there. Underhand shot by Boyd. Didn't get through. That one's wide for McAlpine, and it's going into the Whitby bench. It'll be possession Parish, 35.6 in the half. So they can kill all but 5.5 seconds of this possession. That's going to be their aim. Stovall sprints into the front court. Shenko and Ray watching him, so he lobs it on down. Here's Watson. Runs underneath Hamley. Shovels it over to Smith. Right on the crease, reverse whip attempt by Keene. Just missed. Whitby's got it. It's a 2-on-2. Great hustle by Agus to get out there. Stovall just kind of ducks down and has Kelly roll over top of him. 1.4 seconds. Whitby can fire one. It got through to Dunkerley, but he stopped it no problem. And we will go to the half with the score. Whitby Steelhawks 4, Parish Riverwolves 2, 3:41 left on the major penalty. I'm Steven Stamp. This is the Arenalacrosseleague on JVI Sports Network. See you at the second half. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to action of the second half. Here, that was a weird way to put that. Here at Children's Arena in Oshawa, it is the Whitby Steelhawks 4 and the Parish Riverwolves 2. It's been a good first half of lacrosse. Good solid defense, some terrific goaltending. Lucas Coote challenged more than Dunkerley, but Dunkerley faced some challenges later in the half. He played quite well as well. Parish on the penalty kill for another 3.5 minutes after the major to Zach McDonald. Whitby has not scored on it. Keene taking his time, 8 on the shot clock. Again, Whitby pretty content to just sit back. Just token pressure from Houston. They do get a shot off, and Johnny Ray pushing it up over center. It's distinctive running style. I haven't seen Johnny Ray play for several years now. I mean, I haven't really seen anybody play for a couple of years. But getting back in the rink, but it's been a while, and fun to see him out. He's always a very solid transition player. Hannah at the top. Here's Mickle. Mickle again. Kranz one on him. Blocks it. Kranz, the stick is left behind, and you're just not calling holding the stick here in the Arenalacrosseleague today. When a guy blocks a pass with his stick, then starts running up the floor, and the stick winds up getting left behind him because it's being yanked by the opposing player, it seems like a call to me, but, you know, I guess the standard was set earlier. 15 on the shot clock. Paris continues to kill the penalty. 2:22 to play, or to go in that major. Renault, and there's a penalty coming. And Watson's stick was in the hands of Clint Lewis. Lewis actually was walking around with it for a while. Looks like they'll both go. Watson gets 2 for the slash. Lewis gets 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct. So we'll stay at 5-on-4. Neither team has enough players out. Paris sends somebody. Agus was starting to go out, then Dan Keene just stepped out the front door. And now Nick Dachenko comes out to be the 5th runner for Whitby, and we are underway with 2:10 left in the major. Still 4-2. Smith on the run, sidearm shot off of Coote, bounces up. He's grabbed by Webb, but he is stripped by Smith. Smith swim move, nobody with him. He's 1-on-5. Keene coming out now to be an outlet, but Rowan Kelly takes him away. Drake Smith has drawn a penalty. Wait. Oh, no. He's taken a penalty. Okay, no, it was on Whitby. Play was continuing with Whitby in possession. I thought somehow Drake Smith had taken the penalty, but he did draw one. It's a slashing call on Nick Dachenko. So that will do it for the man advantage for Whitby. We'll go 4-on-4 for minute 38, and then there'll be 22 seconds of power play time for Paris. We are 2:04 into the third quarter. Keane gets it back from Agus. Goes back to Agus. 3 righties for Paris. Keane trying to spin away from Kelly. Has a lane, but that was blocked by Coot. Not much of an angle. There's this thin shooting lane, narrow shooting lane. Oh, Kelly tries to pick it up and kind of rolls his eyes to the ceiling as he realizes the ball got away from him and up out of play. Keane with the lob pass ahead. Houston trying to come up to pressure, but Kranz got away. This is Iazzo finding the man off the bench. Eddie Renault met by Mark Farthing. A little slip pick by Iazzo. Shot went off of Coot, so it'll be a fresh 30 for the Riverwolves. Keane with the big fake, and then Kelly just clamps onto the shoulder. He's going to take a penalty. Paris will go to the 4-on-3 once they get a shot off. They're going to take their time because they can actually get to a 5-on-3. We're 5-on-4 now with the extra attacker, and they'll be 5-on-3 eventually. So they're going to go 4-on-3 for 27 seconds, and then once McDonald's released, they will get the 5-on-3 advantage. Like Farthing, Ray, and Beltman, the penalty killers. That shot taken by Renault was stopped, and then the outlet pass from Coot hits Farthing on the run. Farthing handed it off to Hanna. He ran along the boards, gives it back. Here comes Paris's 5th runner. So that McDonald stepped to the bench. Oh, Dunkerley kind of surprised, I think, by Farthing's shot. He had to move at the last moment to stop that one from drifting just inside the post. So we're 5-on-3 now. We go to 5-on-4 as the first penalty expired for Whitby. That was the Dichenko penalty. They go backdoor to Keane. Dives down low. Scores! Coot thought he might have had it reached back. So many times goalies reach back and it's under them. That time he reached back and there it was sitting in the back of the net. Power play goal makes it 4-3 with 10:40 to go in the third quarter. Houston for Whitby, McMahon for Paris. You hear the Whitby bench saying that McMahon went early. It looked like both players were shimmying. Not sure what the call is here. I think the officials are going to get together and discuss this. Yeah, it was just a mistaken call. I think it was an over and back call when you are allowed to come back over center. On the faceoff, it was the first move. Oh, wait. And now Paris. Okay, now they're going to settle in here and have a discussion about what happened. Because the ball was going to Paris, then it was going to Whitby. Now it's going to Paris. Just have a face-off at this point. That's not what happened. Dan Mickle is presenting Whitby's side of the case, but at this point I think the ship has sailed and Paris is going to get the ball. So we're 5-on-5. Everybody's out of the box. We're back to full strength. Keane, the last goal scorer, brought to within a 1-goal game, has to put his hand down to keep his balance, but recovers. That pass is knocked away by Lewis, who then ducks to avoid getting hit. Kelly running over center, was trying to get it ahead. He saw Dichenko breaking forward, wanted to get the pass, but it just got away from him, and Drake Smith has it. Trail check by Kelly. Nice recovery to get the ball back after giving it away. Ray's outlet to Farthing. Is run up over center floor, and Hannah goes along the boards to Hamley. Dichenko up top to Boyd. Quickly across to Mickle. He's ducking underneath. It's a big whack from Stovall. That may have affected that pass. It did get through, though. Now penalty coming. There's going to be a slashing call to Paris. Whitby will go to the power play with 9:40 to play here in the third. They're up by 1, 4-3. Taylor Caulfield going to the box. Beam and Stovall low on the penalty kill for Paris. Kranz and Edwards at the top. Dichenko thought about going cross floor. Decides to go around the perimeter instead. Outside rip. That Boyd shot was blocked. Stovall just rams Dichenko into the boards. Edwards comes away with it. Boyd trying to pin him. Hannah's there. They knock it loose. Big whack. Play is blown down. I think it's an 8-second count. And Whitby will get the ball back and continue on their power play. Hannah. Goodchild takes it back. Handcuffed him with that pass, but they do track it down. Goodchild. That shot was blocked by Beam. 10 on the shot clock for the Steelhawks. Dichenko. Sidearm pass. That one right into the knee of Mickle. They have to get a shot off. It's late. Left the stick in time, but didn't get to the net in time. Outlet pass doesn't connect there with Beam. He will track it down in the corner. Immediately checked on by Kelly. Getting some pressure on. Sorry, that was Veltman. Five on the shot clock. Keane behind the back pass, trying to feather it in to Drake Smith. Shot clock was going to expire as he couldn't catch that pass. Veltman hands it off to McAlpine. Hidden ball trick. Weren't really committed to it. McAlpine will give it to Mickle for real this time, and they move it back and forth. That pass may have been tipped. Goes to McAlpine. They've got 8 to shoot. Hard shot, but right into the crest on the chest of Cameron Dunkerley. Sidearm rip just below the rafters in the ceiling. Great pass to get to McMahon. Nice job once again, though, by Whitby to get their defenders back and take away transition. We're back to even strength. The penalty has expired. Keane will shoot one sidearm. 5-hole save. Coote, he's looking up the floor. He's got a man. Gets it to Dichenko. Great pass, great catch, great finish. What a play. Coote to Dichenko to the back of the net. No power play goal, but it's a transition outlet break. And with 7:16 to go in the third, it's 5-3 Whitby. Ball's ripped out past everyone who was racing in. Tristan Hanna gets to it. And the loose ball, foul called on Jake Kranz for being big and strong. And we will have the officials' timeout with 7:10 to go here in the third quarter. It's 5-3 Whitby. We'll be back with more Arena Lacrosse League action at Children's Arena. Whitby will start with possession down in the corner. Again, 7:10 to go in the third. It's 5-3 Steelhawks. I'm Stephen Stamp with Arenalacrosseleague action at Children's Arena here in Oshawa on Arena Avenue. Hannah fakes low, comes back high, gives it to Good Child. Mickle, one-on-one, passes far side. Oh, what a rip. It was a lovely dead overhand by Trent Boyd. Just finds a little corner on the far side of the net, and it's 6-3. Whitby doubling up on Paris at this point. Remember, Whitby played last night in a 16-8 win over the Oshawa Outlaws in the first Durham Derby of the season. They got their first win, and it seems to be buoying them today. 6:53 to play here in the third. Beam pops it out to himself. Can't grab the ball, though. Nobody can get it until eventually Zach McDonald. He's stripped immediately by Chris Veltman. Veltman comes away with it, looking up the floor. Veltman gets it ahead to Dan Mickle. Nice to see Chris's dad, Jim, here at the arena, and his mom checking out the game. That pass across didn't get anywhere. Shot clock about to expire. And we'll go to Paris. Yazzo taking the pass, but Webb right up on him. Knocks the ball loose. He also gets it back. Great job by Yazzo to fight through the check and get across center, just beating the time count. Hamley on him. Good hustle by Webb to get that pressure on. Couldn't quite pin him on the boards. Here's Keene. Rowan Kelly on him. Switch up. It's picked off. Ray going for a run. It's a 3-on-3. 3-on-4 now. He turns right into traffic. Edwards was there to meet him. Ball popped out. And Parrish will take over. Keene had come back. Ray chased him for a bit, but now he's going to head off for a change. There's some fresh legs out there for Whitby. I believe Ray was one of the many Steelhawks who played last night. After playing D, running up the floor and running back, you can't have a lot of gas here in the third quarter of your second game in about 15 hours. Kelly, nice little behind the back drop pass. Over the shoulder drop pass for Hannah, who left it for Mickle. Tries to get underneath Stovall, nicely covering him. Boy, Rob Stovall's been one of the better players I've seen in the handful of games I've called so far this year in the Arenalacrosseleague East. Solid D. Yazzo takes a swat there from Webb. It's pretty fun to see these guys. Nicholas Webb really growing up on the floor. You can see it season to season, game to game. Diving attempt, stopped by Coote. As Renault went toppling into the crease. Farthing will pick the ball up and start with possession for Whitby. I was thinking Nicholas Webb specifically when I was talking about guys, growing up for a youngster, still at Trent University. Has a year of junior lacrosse left with the Peterborough Lakers. The confidence growing by leaps and bounds. Here's a chance on the run. Agus breaks away, shoots, scores. Beautifully picked side. Agus just streaks down the floor with exactly 4 minutes to play. Gets the fourth goal of the game for the Paris Riverwolves. It's 6-4 Whitby. Ball snagged by Kranz, who very alertly hands it off. And Stovall with the break gets the shot. The bouncer came right up into the chest of Coote, who hands it off to Dachenko. I think Dachenko was a star player back in the CLAX days. Then went off to the Toronto Rock for a while. Was serving as a DJ for them in the arena. Good to see him back on the floor. Here's a chance for Hannah. Just a little bit gotten by Dunkerley. It goes wide. Fresh 30 as it goes back to Whitby. That pass to the corner doesn't connect. Caulfield grabs it. He'll outlet to McMahon. Sidesteps. Checks to see who's with him, and we'll give it to Dan Keene. Stays up for the offensive shift. We'll flip back out of Jeff Schattler to Renault. Wide open on top of the crease. Nice cut by McMahon. The pass to Smith connected, but Coote just throws the arm up to stop it. Smith taking his time to Keene. Hard rip, comes back out. A penalty coming. It was touched, so it won't be over and back. And the penalty is coming to Whitby. So Dunkerley taps the ball ahead, then goes to the bench for the extra attacker. We've got 6 on the shot clock. Drake Smith's just going to rip one. Hope for either goal or a reset. A rebound. They won't get it. So Clint Lewis will go to the box, and Paris will go to the power play with 2:17 left in the third. 6-4, Whitby leads. Smith at the top as Paris goes strong right with Keene and Iazzo. That's Watson, and Renault is down low. Kelly and Ray low, Farthing and Veltman at the top. Foot save by Coote. It'll be a fresh 30 for the Riverwolves. And Iazzo grabs the ball that popped out of bounds. He just walks back into the starting position, and away we go. Just under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Keene's going to step back to get a pass. Goes quickly to Renault. Keene loading it up. Fires one. Goes up over the net. Coote was ready to catch it. Went up out of play. Now Whitby wants that. They're saying that didn't touch anything. I thought it was just over the net, but ball's handed back to Paris. Smith to Watson. Couldn't quite get the pass through to Iazzo. It did eventually get there. Watson shoots. Save. Oh, what a stop on the rebound. Keene had it, had lots of net open. Either Coote got to that or Rowan Kelly may have blocked that one. Either way, what a save for the Steelhawks to prevent the power play goal. Smith to Iazzo. Keene's down low now. Haven't seen much of him down at the crease. That one may have been tipped. It gets out to Renault, though. Spins kind of crazily off into the boards, but he tracks it down. Farthing gets his stick on Smith. Ball still got through, and Coote had to make a save. Nice bounce pass from Ray, but it doesn't quite connect. Kind of got away from Kelly, reaching out with one hand for it. Fresh 30 for Paris. The diving attempt by Keene. Whitby wants a crease call as the player took the shot, was laying in the crease afterwards. Paris recovers. The player was out of the crease clearly when that shot was taken, and it finds a little hole. It's a power play marker. 6-5 now. Whitby up by just 1 with 47.6 to go in the third quarter. Mickle again having a chat with the officials saying, hey, he's laying in the crease. That's a crease violation. Seems like sound logic. Mickle's the guy there to grab that ball. Penalty coming as he is knocked to the ground. It's going to be a hooking call to Rob Stovall. So after giving up the power play goal, the Whitby Steelhawks will have an opportunity for a power play of their own. Just 41.3 left in the quarter. It's a 2-minute minor to Stovall. He is generally out there for the penalty kill as well. So Jamie McMahon is low this time for Paris, along with Beam. Kranz with the block, gets his stick in the shooting lane. Great job, and then comes up with the ball. He's got a 2-on-1, it's 2-on-2. Shoots low, it's wide, it's going to be an over and back. Whitby's got 17.7 to work with. Coote looks to the bench. I think they're telling him, don't bother, we're already on the power play. Just protect the net. If you're going to pull him, you just put the guy right at center anyway to avoid the over and back. They're going to wait. Looks like. Go for one shot. Oh my goodness. What a goal by Trent Boyd. Picked the ball up, held it high above his head and his stick. Just kind of cradling, was stepping out. You could hear his teammates yelling 3-3, meaning 3 seconds left in the quarter. So he pulled it down, banged it home, just bounced it past Dunkerley. What a goal by Trent Boyd. It's got to be up there for the all goal of the year so far with 9/10 of a second to go. This is not going to be a contested faceoff, and it will be 7-5 after the power play goal by Whitby. And we go to the fourth quarter. I'm Steven Stamp. This is the Arena Lacrosse League action on JVI Sports Network. All right, 15 minutes to decide a winner. Steelhawks up 7-5 so far. Tristan Hanna zips in and comes away with it. Got stripped, but he comes out with the ball. He is so sharp. I mean, he is small and spindly, and you wouldn't think he'd be as gritty as he is, but man, he gets in there, and he is so good on the ball team. Mickle has it. They're running out of time on the 30. The ball is out. Dunkerley's going to grab it as it rolls in his crease, and he'll hit the outlet. Oh, kind of led that one ahead to Watson. And saw Kelly coming. Was a little worried for Watson's safety, but he's able to grab it and get in a safe position. Kelly maintaining pressure. The pass across to Yazzo, hands it off to Keene. 4 righties again. Oh, no. Eddie Renault's a lefty. He was just over on the righty's side. Now he's at the top. He'll take it. 5 on the shot clock. Yazzo heads to the bench. Reverse whip, underhand. It's going to be a turnover. The ball comes back the other way, and it's a 2-on-1. Nicholas Webb, right idea, but kind of put the ball behind and low for Kelly. He couldn't catch it. Here comes Paris. Webb hustles back to take away the break chance. Caulfield is going to hand the ball off. You can actually hear, as Paris only had 4 players, you can hear Jamie Dubrick, the head coach, just saying, anybody go, just send somebody out. And it almost works out as Keene gets an open look on top of the crease. Clinton Lewis on his back, kind of ran him over, but the shot was knocked aside. And here come the Steelhawks. Jachenko looking for transition, wasn't there, so he'll just hit the man off the bench. Quick move to Boyd. Checked with some folks to see if Boyd got his second hand on that goal right at the end of the quarter. He did not, just shot it with one hand. Amazing goal. Mickle gets his way by Nolan Clayton. Good for Nolan Clayton getting out there and running with Paris shorthanded. He volunteered to go out and play as a runner. Did not a bad little job. Here's Renault after taking the pass from Stovall. Stovall went up to try and get that pass. Eventually does come down with it. He'll rip one. It's off the pads of Coote. Almost turned into a second chance possession, but Coote was able to rake it back to himself. Here comes Chris Veltman. Just stays on center off the check from McDonald and gets the ball ahead. Good child, waiting and waiting and waiting. Finally gets a shot off. Now he's going after it with... Looks like they're going to both go. He and Jake Kranz getting into it. Goodchild was unhappy with something that happened, so he just slashed down, replying to Kranz's check. So they're both going to go. We'll say 5-on-5. 2:58 into the fourth quarter. Still a 7-5 lead for Whitby. Whitby starting with possession. Paris arguing they should get the ball because Whitby penalty came second. Mickle fighting through traffic, kind of stumbles backward. There's a shot by Dachenko, stopped by Dunkerley. Looking up the floor, steps out of his crease to avoid the 4-second count. They're not going to get over in 8 seconds, though. Some pressure there by Dachenko, causing the turnover. And he'll go pick up the ball for his just rewards. Finds a cutting Mickle and scores the ball in and out in a hurry, but Paris just a little tired, maybe a little slow to pick him up on that one. Mickle left all alone on the restart. He pounds it home for an 8-5 Steelhawks lead. 11:30 to go here in the fourth. Violation on Houston, so McMahon will start with possession for Paris. Drake Smith. Finds Renault. Looked like Smith was looking for Connor Watson as he was trying to slip into the back door, but Nick Webb stayed sharply on him. So some other alternatives explored by Paris. They've got 3 to shoot. The pass, Watson with a shot right on top of the crease, stopped by Coote. They get a fresh 30. Here's Renault, shoots, scores. So that loose ball pickup reaps almost immediate benefits. 8-6 the score after the Paris goal. 10:53 to go here in the fourth. McMahon, quick clamp, pulls it back, but it goes to Mickle. Then it's grabbed by Hanna. One hand, underhand sweep shot. No one stopped. Dunkerley's save bounces out, and here come the Riverwolves. Edwards on the run, hands it off, and Connor Watson. One of the Paris players has lost his sticks. He'll just go to the bench. And they'll send a defender out. 8 seconds left in the shot clock. Veltman will start with possession for the Steelhawks. Boyd has the double team, swims through it, lost the ball, tracked it back down, and then flung it into the corner where Dachenko gets it. Whitby with 12 on the shot clock. 10 minutes to go here in the fourth. Hanna gets it back. 5 to shoot. Oh, and he scores. Hanna looked like he was taking a low shot to try and get a reset on the shot clock, but had enough on it that it hit Dunkerley and snuck through to make it 9-6 with 9:51 to play. Whitby with possession after the face-off violation by McMahon. Mickle, hard rip, comes almost straight back to him, but actually bounces all the way down the floor, and Lucas Coote sprints out to get there before McDonald can get to it. Nice pass ahead, the sidearm laser. Oh, big hit by McDonald, flattens Hanrahan. Sorry, that was McAlpine. McAlpine will get it back here at the top. Sidearm rip from Dachenko, didn't get through. McDonald kind of roughs him up, and he's going to the box. Roughing called McDonald. So Whitby goes back to the power play. There's a bit of a kerfuffle over by the Whitby bench. A couple of the Paris players over there.
That's a penalty, sir.
And you can hear Chris Driscoll on the Paris bench telling the refs, you just gave Zach McDonald a penalty for hard work. He was working hard, but the thing is, I think the ball got loose and he just kind of kept fighting his way through. Stick got up a little. I think it's probably a penalty. And it's a tough one because he was working hard, but I have to agree with him on that one. Diving attempt there by Hanrahan, stopped by Dunkerley, who pounces on the loose ball. Looking up the floor. Oh, he's going to have a go. Wanted to get to Drake Smith. Just hit one of the lights, I think. No, it hit the rafter. The right light would still be shaking. So a minute and a half left on the Whitby power play. They lead 9-6. Hard underhand sidearm rip. It's over. Oh, they're saying it's a reset. And it went through and came out cleanly from the rafters. So Whitby does get a fresh 30 and sets it back up. McAlpine's at the top. Shot by Boyd. He was getting ready to celebrate. The ball is nowhere near in the net. So off to the side. Saved by Dunkerley and pushes it out of the way. Stovall runs across center. Finds Renault. Drake Smith picks up that loose ball for a fresh 30 for Paris. 45 on the power play for Whitby. Watson shoots with 15 left on the shot clock. Missed, and Whitby gets the ball. Here comes Webb. Push pass to the far side. Mickle rips one. That's wide. That doesn't get through the rafters. Falls straight down to Dunkerley in his crease. And we are past the midway point. So with 4 seconds left on the penalty, 7:14 left in the fourth quarter, and Whitby up 9-6 on Paris. We'll take the final officials timeout of regulation. And we will be back with more Arenalacrosseleague League action on JVI Sports Network. The penalty expires. McDonald steps from the penalty box, the one step over to the Paris bench. Now comes Drake Smith, who now has the ball. We are even strength. He also can't handle that pass, can't pick up the loose ball, and now it's just kind of pushing it along the floor for a bit. Sprinting up the floor is Nick Dachenko. Rips it far side, foot save Dunkerley, comes back out to Mickle. Boy, haven't seen Dachenko light it up like that. Just goes to full speed, kicks into another gear. He can still move, flashing up the floor. Here's Mickle. Thought about Hanrahan, but he wasn't really open. Goes to Dachenko. The other one, Stefan. Three on the shot clock as Tachenko just kind of going for a trot. Good shot, leaves it there. Nolan Clayton will run through a check. The forecheck from Tachenko, but then the pass isn't successful to watch, and he gets up out of play. Lewis looking ahead, goes to Mickle. But the third option he had there, the first good one that really was an open lane to pass. So he made the right decision. Whitby now taking their time, getting everyone on the floor. Just 15 to shoot. Illegal pick called against Whitby, and Paris has it. Stovall on the run, hands it off to Watson, shoots, save Coote. Looks behind him, he's not there this time. Grabbed by Houston, he has the stick completely separated from him. The ball pops out, but what a job by Kelly to get there and help him out. And then make an interesting little pass, finding a way to get it to Mark Farthing. Kind of flipping it up and around the entire scrum of players there. Here's Trent Boyd. Mickle takes it from Goodchild. He's looking near side to Hannah. Lane opens up, closes again, then the shot doesn't get through, and the 30 will expire on the Steelhawks. 5:16 to play. 9-6 the score for Whitby. Smith to Iazo. Watson circles behind the net, now takes the pass. Oh, and they called him for through the crease. Now he's going to get a delay of game because he shot after the call. And then Renault gives Lewis a push. It's not the first time that the Lewis brothers have annoyed opponents. He has a knack for getting under people's skin. So the call is correct. I mean, he was called for going through the crease, and then after play was blown down, he shot the ball, put it in the net. So there's no question that that is a penalty. Paris's contention, though, is he didn't run through the crease. Hard to imagine he would, because he specifically was circling around behind the net, but the ref was right there, must have seen him just step on the line somewhere. And then the second penalty is coming to Paris for a dead ball foul. So you get delay game, dead ball foul. And what was a pretty close 9-6 game with Paris trying to get back into it. Suddenly, they're hoping to not get too far behind with less than 5 minutes to go in this 5-on-3 power play. Kelly's the safety valve up top. Down low to Boyd. One of the shot clocks went off inadvertently. Play continues. Kranz has it. Pass to Stovall. Nice job securing that pass before he started to run. Knew he had time. Works off the check from Rowan Kelly. Tries to fight through. Kelly actually lost his stick, and Stovall will hand it off, and he's going to get a bunch of backpats from his teammates, I would think, after a tremendous shift there. Just 4 on the shot clock. Drake Smith is trying to kill the final few seconds. Will succeed, but here comes Chris Veltman with the ball for Whitby. High pass, but it was caught, and Veltman's going to stay as the safety valve. No look pass by Mickle. Tried to go quick stick back on the other side, but Boyd couldn't quite get the handle on it. Here's Beam sprinting into the offensive zone. All kinds of pressure from McAlpine, but he got the pass off to McMahon. 40 seconds left on the two minors. Boyd gets knocked over. So it's going to be a possession call for Paris as McMahon is taken down. Fresh 30, so Keene can take his time. Keeps loading up. The double team is there. Goodchild and Lewis on him. And the ball scooped up by Nick Webb. Running down, slows it down. Just trots out of trouble and hands it off to Hanrahan. Nice safe play. Here come the Steelhawks. 6 on the double minor, or the twin minors. So Whitby's just going to wait. Tristan Hanna will backpedal. And the two Riverwolves come out. One goes down to play, and one sneaks up. Eddie Renault into the offensive zone. Whitby recognizes it, and Nick Tachenko goes out to cover him. Here's Iazo. 2:42 to play. 9-6 still for Whitby. Paris successfully kills off the 5-on-3 power play. Smith steps in, shoots, stopped by Coote. Behind the back, one hand back by Johnny Ray. And you can hear the oohs and ahs of appreciation from the Whitby bench as he got it across the line horizontally to Cody Hamley, who just waited to hand it off. With the final 2 minutes approaching, 10 seconds on the shot clock, Whitby appears to just trying to kill some time here. Now with 3 to shoot, Mickle will take one. It's off of Dunkerley, up out of play. That's a fresh 30, best case scenario for the Steelhawks. Dachenko will start with it. Feltman was going to the bench. They said stay out, so he's going to just start setting some hard picks. Feltman with it. Ducks through some traffic, shoots. Nice opportunity, but just missed the net. They get up out of play, Paris possession. Be Keane coming off the bench to take that one with 1:43 to play. Paris down by 3. They've got to go. We'll see if Dunkerley comes to the bench for an attacker. He's out of the crease and walking towards us, but about halfway to the restraining line right now. He won't come this possession, but if they get it back, he might. It's passed ahead. Watson trying to get on it. Couldn't. It goes to Nick Webb. He's going to slow things down. Strong game for Webb today. 1:18 to play. Heads up, sees the man over by the bench. They make the pass and just keep moving the ball. Whitby does not seem to be in any hurry. Let's go to the net. 5 to shoot, so Mickle takes one. Comes straight back to him, but gets away. Snagged there by Tristan Hanna, who's been Johnny on the spot all day. And Whitby has too many men on the floor. They just had an extra player out there, and that's going to be a penalty shot. As anytime you don't have enough time to serve a penalty, it results in a penalty shot. So Paris will have the chance. Who are they going to send? (9-6) the score, 56.3 left. Lucas Coote crouched low in his crease. That's the guy I thought we might see, Dan Keane. Comes out to take it. Steph Diachenko chirping him as he goes in. He and Keane have a nice friendly rivalry, I think. Here he comes, wide. Shoots, scores. Goes back against the grain. Boy. And Keane points to Diachenko. Points to the stick. Diachenko gives him a nice tap. Yeah, good shot. Still a 9-7 lead for Whitby. But Paris is drawing a bit closer. 56.3 to play. Houston and Beam up there for the face-off. There, Beam again, keeping the stick flat until just before. And as he lifted it up, Houston went for the clamp, and Paris gets possession. Now Dunkerley's going to the bench. They get the 6th attacker out. They actually only had 5 forwards today, so they're going to send McMahon out as the 6th guy. He's in the middle. It's a little lost in there. Shot by Smith. Doesn't get through. And Whitby, with 34 seconds left, will be able to kill most of the rest of this if they can get through. Farthing looking to run it over center. Nice wheels. Whitby wants a penalty on the upward swinging check from Kaufelt. Dachenko tosses it over towards the Whitby bench. Johnny Ray gets it. Throws it back to him. That's going to just about do it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Boyd will go for a run. Throws it down into the corner. Dunkerley flicks it ahead. There's just 3 seconds left. The final score is going to be the Whitby Steelhawks 9, the Paris Riverwolves 7. Whitby with their second win. Let's figure it out. They started last night at 8. To 8 this morning is 12. 4 and 5 and 7. So in 19 hours, they've gone from 0-2 to 2-2. Big weekend for the Steelhawks. We'll be back with more Arenalacrosseleague action from Children's Arena later on today. I'm Steven Stamp. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you soon.